If there's one thing you'll realize from watching these videos, it's that I love a good old-fashioned betrayal story. Welcome, Gift Mugen Gacha. In this world there are 9 races: Dragonute, Elf, Demon, Ghoul, Dwarf, Dark Elf, Centaur, Beastman, lastly and certainly least, Human. Our protagonist Light is a level 15 human, who are looked down upon for being the weakest of the 9 races. Sasha, a level 308 elf, reprimands Light for his recklessness, reminding him they are currently in the most difficult and dangerous dungeon, the Abyss, and just one hit could spell the end for him. Light apologizes for being so useless, but Sasha simply demands to see his wounds, while Garu, the Beastman, comments on Sasha's kindness towards Light. Blushing, Sasha clarifies, her concern lies with the party's reputation, not with Light's well-being, which none of the other party members seem to believe and think they make a great pair. Still disappointed in his performance, Light yet again apologizes for being useless and always causing trouble. Drago claims his tea-making skill is enough of a contribution. Despite the unfavorable outlook on humans, Light believes his party, the gathering of races, to be the exception. They are very good people who treat everyone equally, especially a useless 12-year-old as himself. Light shines with gratitude and is glad he joined this party. Entering a well-lit part of the dungeon closed off with only one entrance, the party decides this area should be good. Unfortunately for Light, their intent was not to take a break. Instead, it was to inform him he is no longer a part of the party. Baffled, Light starts to question what they mean, then drops to the floor apologizing for his earlier actions and begging for their reconsideration. Garu clarifies that is not the reason, but simply they have no further use for him. Dropping the facade, it's revealed Light was nothing more than a dead weight and an eyesore to the party. Light is bewildered by the drastic change in character of his once beloved party, only for Garu to confirm it was all an act to let him join in the party. Drago explains that compared to other humans, Light offered a better gift. This gift was unlimited gacha, which he received at age 10 despite the low chance of receiving a gift in the first place. Not fully understanding his gift, Light could only manage to produce useless things like moldy bread and damaged spoons, which is precisely why he is no longer needed. Suspected to be a master by the higher ups, Light was brought into the ranks of the gathering of races for observation. Now understanding his gift to be trash, it has been concluded Light is not a master. For the sake of her country, Sasha was after the blood of a master, shuddering at the thought of marrying a human. Garu found Sasha's friendly act quite amusing, while Sasha only felt disgust. None of this made sense to our young protagonist. These talks of countries and masters were foreign to him. See what I did there? Countries, foreign countries. Not wanting the details of this event to be leaked, Garu and Drago decided it's time to clean things up. Faced with ominous glares, Light is hit with an even more brutal reality. By order of the higher ups, he was to be eliminated, kicked out from this world itself. Garu attacks Light with his Wolverine claws, relishing in the fun of hunting his prey. Still unable to grasp what is happening, Light desperately wants this to just be a twisted prank set up by his party mates. Unfortunately for him, those nice caring characters no longer exist. All that lies before him is what seems to be the end. In a last-ditch effort, Light tries to run away. Garu reminds him a human cannot outrun them in the Abyss. He would only be torn to shreds by monsters if he did manage to escape them. Drawing her bow, Sasha fires an arrow through Light's leg, causing him to tumble across the dungeon floor. His pain-induced screams and expressions of fear only serve to excite the Beastman, leaving him to desire more and continue his relentless onslaught. The rest of the party look on while wishing they could join in on the tormenting. Sasha reminds them in order to maintain their story of losing a member to a monster attack, any interference is prohibited, as it may appear suspicious. Although disappointed, they agree and Garu goes in for the final strike. The end draws near, but our protagonist does not accept this fate. Crawling while dragging his body on the dungeon floor, he clings to thoughts of not wanting to die. This sight only makes the Beastmen desire to see young Light suffer even more. Nano believes it's time for this fleeting light to be extinguished since he's not a master. Still perplexed, Light laments how ignorant he is in what seems to be his final moments, where no one will help him, sinking into the abyss of despair. Nonetheless, he doesn't want to die. He still has the will to live. As though heard by a higher power, a magic teleportation circle appears under him, teleporting him to another part of the dungeon. Our protagonist breaks down in tears, questioning why he's meant to suffer like this.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer?
Thinking of his loved ones back home in the village, not wanting to pass on before seeing them again. Remembering how he wanted to help his family, but wound up broke and homeless instead. Then being taken in by the gathering of races whom he trusted, respected, and was grateful towards, only to discover it was all a ruse, a nefarious plot to use and abuse him. Then once they were through, discard him like trash, simply to protect their image. This harsh reality ignites a flame of revenge and Light,
I'm gonna kill you!
raising the desire to seek the demise of those who have wronged him, refusing to die, willing to do whatever it takes to get his revenge and see his family once again. While preparing to tend to his wounds, a terrifying monster appears behind our protagonist, led by the scent of blood. Petrified, Light can only resign to being eaten by this level 1000 hellhound. How could such a beast exist, Light wonders. Then he ponders, might he be in the deepest part of the abyss? That's the only explanation for the presence of a legendary great monster. How can someone at level 15 possibly hope to escape the deepest part of the abyss? There seems to be no way out for our protagonist. Although he still doesn't want to die, he has no useful means of defending himself. So, with a last-ditch effort, Light activates his gift, Unlimited Gacha, pleading for something at least to distract the monster. Suddenly, a magic circle appears, enveloping the entire area in a bright light. What's happening? What on earth is happening? Alerted by this phenomenon, the Hellhound pounces at Light. Believing this to be the end, Light can see his life flashing before him. At this moment, a voice can be heard.
To think you dare point your fangs at my lord. I will not show mercy, even if you are just a dog.
The figure of a girl appears from the Gacha card, slicing the Hellhound into bits. Who is this girl that appeared from the Gacha? Find out in chapter 2. You already know what to do. See you then.